Hi, this is Brad with Pro Wrestling Junkies, and today's guest hails from Quebec, Canada. He's trained by DGENERATE and has worked for Attitude Wrestling Entertainment, North Shore Pro Wrestling, International Wrestling Syndicate, Battle War Pro Wrestling, and worked a dark match for Ring of Honor's Final Battle Fallout vs. LSP. He's currently the IWS World Heavyweight Champion as well as the NSPW Champion. He shared the ring with the likes of Jim Harrison, Travis Toxic, RVD, Cedric Alexander, Pete Dunne, David Starr, Flip Gordon, and many more. Back in 2016, he made his debut on the PWJ 500 list, coming in at 392. He's appeared on the list every year, and recently, when they released the 2020 list, he's jumped up 137 spots to number 255. Standing in at 5 feet tall, 10 inches, weighing in at 189 pounds, please welcome my guest this week, Matt Angel. Hey, Matt.
Hey, man.
What's
Nice
going
to
on?
meet you.
It's nice to meet you.
Good. Fine, and you?
Good. So you're in Canada right now?
Yeah, that's it. I'm in Quebec, Canada right now.
All right. So first of all, congratulations on your jump to 255. Is that a big deal to you, or do you, the other wrestlers get jealous?
It's a hard thing because we know as a wrestler what that means to be on that list. You know, that counts like a victory and a title you get and the shot you get and all that stuff. But for the fans, that's different. You know, for the fans, for my family, I just want to give you an example. For my family, that means something. You know, my family is like, that's fucking crazy that you are on the top in the world, you know, on the list of the top in the world. So for wrestler, we know what that means, but fans don't know that. So I think that we should use that for the fans and not like for the wrestler, because we wrestle for the fans and not the backstage, and not the wrestler and not the booker and promoter. That's for the fans. So I use it for the fans, and I know in my heart what that means, but for the fans, that's awesome. So I use it for this.
Okay. So, well, that's awesome. Like knowing that, according to someone, there's only 254 wrestlers in the entire world who are better than you.
Yeah.
So it's I guess you could see it's like when someone wins like an Academy Award, they're kind of like indifferent to it. Like they're very happy. It's cool. But at the end of the day, they still do their job and move on to the next thing.
Yeah, okay. That's it.
All right. Let's talk about the child version of yourself. What was it like? You grew up in Canada?
I grew up in Quebec, Canada, in a farm. I'm a farmer with a family farm, and then I play hockey like maybe 10 years of time. I play hockey, and then after that I go to wrestling when I was 16. I start wrestling, and then that become my passion. And then I started in Saguenay. Saguenay is a little town in the Quebec City, so that was not a good place for me to grow up as a wrestler. So when I was good and more experience, I started to go to Quebec City, and then Montreal, and then Toronto, Ontario, Ottawa, then New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, and then so I started like Saguenay. Now I wrestle a little bit in Saguenay, maybe like once a month or less, but I wrestle all the time at Quebec, Montreal, because that's the main wrestling is there, you know.
Sure. At what point did you know that I want to pursue, I want to train, I want to become a professional wrestler? What point prior to that did you decide that?
You know, I was a big fan of wrestling, so I just want, you see John Cena on TV screen, you want to be John Cena, that's the kind of stuff that I have. So I watched wrestling, and I wanted to be a wrestler, so I decided, so why not just try this? And then that's fit with me, so I was happy for that. I work hard. I work hard for wrestling, so but I started like a fan and then become a wrestler.
So how old were you when you started training for the first time?
16.
16. And then how long before you were on the road?
Oh, maybe like 1 year. After 1 year, I started to go outside of Saguenay, my town. I started to go to Quebec and Montreal, and that was not good in the first beginning. I wasn't good experience, so people wasn't sure about me, but I worked hard, and all the time I would try, and then finally they booked me for the rest of the year, and that start to grow up.
Were your parents like hesitant for you to, like a 17-year-old, like being on the road with people they didn't know who maybe older than you?
They were scared because of injury, not because
Okay.
of all the road and stuff, just because of injury. Because my dad and my mother, they are not fan of wrestling. They are fan of me right now, but they wasn't fan of wrestling, so they wasn't sure that what he doing right now. So when they saw that, okay, that's becoming serious. He wrestled like in Quebec, in Montreal, in Ontario, Nova Scotia, and New Brunswick. Ring of Honor was like, okay, that's something now. In the list, and the PWI list, that means something for us, because it's like, okay, that's serious. He is not just like a wrestler, he's a pro wrestler. He's something in that business,
Did you, how did you hook up with your trainer?
What do you mean?
Like, how did you, like you said, I want to be a pro wrestler. Who do you call? Like, who do you go to start pursuing like training?
That was GCW at the time. There was a little organization in Saguenay, and there was DGENERATE. That was the coach. That was the guy that when I was going on a show, I was fan of. I was like, oh, he's good. That guy, I love it. And then he started to be my coach, and I wasn't good. Like, I was really bad at wrestling in the beginning. But you work hard and you want. And my coach see that, it was like, okay, that kid want to be a wrestler, so I will train that kid to make his dream come true. So like, it was really good for me, and it's still good for me again.
Did you expect on the first day of training? What did you expect, and what did actually happen?
I don't know. I didn't know what to expect, but when I started wrestling, it was fucking hard. The first time you take a bump, you're like, oh, okay, my head just turned around, and then like you run the ropes, you're like, oh, that's so stiff. You see that on TV, it's like, oh, that sounds easy, but when you go in the ring, you're like, okay, that's rough. That's your body is not ready for that kind of stuff. That's hard to the body.
Even like playing hockey and getting hit, they're completely different.
Oh, that was really different, because in hockey, you know what the rules are, but in wrestling, anything can happen. If I jump and the guy is not there, I just fall on the ground. I just fall in the ring. I can, the guy can hit me up and try a move and land me on my head. And not in hockey. In hockey, that the guy is coming. That you have rules. That's really different. But yeah, in the beginning, it was hard.
Oh yeah, I bet. Like, so your first match, were you like nervous or excited?
Oh, I was really nervous, but my first match was good. For real, for a kid that after 6 months of training start wrestling his first match, that was good for a first match. That wasn't perfect, of course, but that was good. And then I was so nervous, because all my family was there, and I was like, oh man, that wasn't happening. Like for all my family was like, okay, my son started wrestling, go to see him, and then so I was really nervous, but I was a good guy to me that give me a lot of over stuff and then take care of me. So my first match was good.
Do you watch back your matches, like when you see them on video?
Yeah, because I want to see what is wrong, like, okay, at that point my setting is not on point. Okay, in that point of match I should do that. Oh, that move don't look good, and I asked to my girlfriend, to the friends that I know that are there, what do you think about my match last night? Oh, it was there. You should do that. Oh, I don't like when you do that. So because I wrestle for the fans, and if my girlfriend is a fan, so I want to hear her opinion.
Yeah, so because she's not tainted by like all the wrestling knowledge and matches you've seen before, so she can just give you an honest opinion.
Yeah, that's it.
So now, are you're training other wrestlers now?
Yeah, and AWE at Attitude Wrestling Entertainment in the Saguenay. Yeah, I train some people. I give like seminar.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
yeah, I give seminar and I give like a real long training. But yeah, and I like it because I have a lot of experience in my town. You know,
Hmm.
a lot of people is young or they just wrestle all their career in the Saguenay. So I want to give my experience and give all I know and what I learned.
Do you train them any way differently than from what you were trained like?
Yeah, yeah, because wrestling is always in evolution. Is it a good word? Yeah, it's
Yeah, oh yeah.
evolution. Yeah, yeah, wrestling is in evolution. So I want to I don't want to my student like wrestle like if we are in 10 years ago.
Hmm.
It's now. Now wrestling is this. I don't want you to look like Andre the Giant. That's not this. You need to wrestle like what's happening right now. You need to have a head for what happening right now. Who are our fans? You need to know that.
And
So yeah, I train people for what's happened now.
are you hard on them like a military general or more like constructive criticism?
I'm a good guy for real. I'm a good guy when I'm training. I'm not stiff.
Hmm.
I'm not like, but I take this seriously and I want people to be positive. So I want to people applaud when something is good. I want people to take care of everyone and then shake hands and then have a good ethic, a good work ethic when we are in the ring. And but I'm not stuff. I'm not like, hey, you need to know.
Yeah,
I'm good with everyone, but I want all of my students to respect everyone.
sure.
That's my first rule.
Do you feel this way, or do you know any other wrestlers who feel this way, that you're training somebody and who end up, you're giving your secrets, and they might exceed you in popularity or place on the card?
That should be good because you learn. Like my
Yeah,
coach today, my coach, I'm for real. I love my coach, but I'm better than him right now because I have a lot of experience and I always watch wrestling and watch what's wrong, what's happened, what create opportunity. But you don't do that. So if I have a student that become better than me, that's fine. I mean, go ahead, go be better than me and do it by yourself, and then but you need to respect everyone in the locker room and everyone and all the fans, and that's the only thing I want, and to respect me. But yeah, I think that's a part of the business.
yeah. All right. Well, I'll kind of wrap this up. But I want to ask you this: what do you love about the wrestling now? Like
What I
as
love
far as
about
your
wrestling,
experience.
it's right now is the crowd. I wrestle really for the fans. I really love the fans. Some of people like want to do a show in front of camera, but no fans. I don't like that idea because all of that wrestling stuff I do, it's for the fans. That's the fans that give me energy to close a match, and then all the
Sure.
fire so what I love more is the fans because they really love wrestling. That's not just like, oh, okay, we're good, just go in wrestling. That they are big fans and they know you and they follow you. They buy you a shirt. They want you to take a picture. So I really
Yeah.
love fans. So I do this for the fans, and I think that in my experience, after 9 years of wrestling, I always do that for the fans, and I do
Hmm.
that. First time I wrestle in the front of fans, that was for the fans.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not for me, for the fans because I love it.
And like the people who are coming aren't just coming to like see some a show. These are people who love it. So
Yeah.
that's great. Okay, so I'm not going to keep you much longer. I'm going to ask you 5 random yes or no questions, non-wrestling related, and you can just say yes or no or elaborate. But so, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Do you believe in or have seen the Loch Ness Monster?
Nope.
If you had to, could you build an igloo?
Nope.
Okay. Would you date somebody whose title was Grandma So and So?
Nope.
Do you know anyone who believes that the Earth is flat?
Yeah.
Okay. And do you believe that there's an animal called a jackalope?
Nope.
It's a combination of antelope and rabbit. I don't think it's a real thing, but maybe you heard of it. So are you going to be performing anytime soon?
I have a TV taping with the NSPW North Shore Pro Wrestling where I'm champion. I don't like that idea because all the pandemic stuff and all, we don't have crowd right now. So I will do it because I'm a champ and I want to respect the promotion and give all I have for the promotion. But we'll wait. We'll see. So I don't know. I hate that pandemic right now, and that's breaks something, but that's the life, and we can't control that. So well, we'll see.
We'll deal with it for hopefully a little under a year, and we'll move on hopefully, and everything will get back to normal. All right, thank you so much. This was great. And I'd love to have you on again, obviously, because there's more that I could ask you. And stay safe, healthy, and I'll look forward to seeing you again on the internet. Following you around.
Hope to see you soon, man.
All right, take care. I really appreciate it. Bye.
Thanks.